I'm Nadine Bennett, and 2 years ago I was contacted by a friend who's a race director in the US who had this idea of doing a cold water swim on Halloween on October 31st. We had such a great time that we just kept swimming into the winter, and I eventually signed up for my first ice race. This is some of the coldest water that we swum in. I've swum in ice water at 0, but this is pretty much what it's going to be like here in this area for a while. Right now it's 2 degrees, which isn't that bad. We've swum in colder, so this will actually be kind of a treat. Why no wetsuit? Well, I compete in competitive ice swimming events, and neoprene is a big no-no. It's au naturel, so I don't wear any gloves, mitts, or wetsuit of any kind. When I first get into the water, a lot of stuff goes through my mind. There's a lot of focus that goes into being able to walk out into really cold water. I tend to verbalize a lot, so a lot of stuff comes out of my mouth that's maybe not repeatable on camera. But you know, once you get in there and you're actually submerged in the water and you can start swimming, it's a really beautiful feeling. It's really calm and quiet and cold, and it's just it's like being somewhere else. It's kind of neat.
Hi, I'm Diane Harper, and I got into this because it was a really great fall last year, and we just kept going to see how much later we could go in the year, and the next thing we knew, it was January. It was cold. A little scary in some ways until we figured out what we were doing. But it was a lot of fun. It's really exciting to see how far you can push yourself without getting into the danger zone. We don't get hypothermia because we practice knowing when it's getting risky, and we get out right away. We have tents, we have heating pads, we have hot tea or coffee ready for us at the end. We layer up as quickly as we can. We make sure that we've got somebody on shore to help us get out of our wet stuff really quickly and into dry stuff if we need help even getting changed. The medical risks, if you jump in too quickly, you could actually gasp water in and drown immediately because it's so cold. So we go in gradually, make sure that we're wet all over, give ourselves time to adjust to the shock of the cold, and then we just swim.
Between the two of you, who can stay in the water longer?
We're pretty close in who stays in. I cheat a little bit. I wear neoprene gloves and socks because I really can't handle the cold on those extremities. And so I can usually stay in a little bit longer, but if I had to go barefoot and barehanded like Nadine, I would be out so fast and she'd still be going.
It's hard to say. Maybe Diane, I don't know. It's very individual, and it just depends on how you're feeling on the day and what the weather conditions are. And she can stay in a long time, and we're here for fun, so we don't worry too much about who's in longer.